Hey guys, it's Rob. Let me tell you about the online cannabis company that's revolutionizing how we deal with life's challenges, whether it be sleepless nights or stress-filled days. Mood.com. They've created an entire line of functional gummies that target specific health concerns, and it's 100% federally legal THC blends, so they'll deliver them discreetly right to your doorstep. I don't think I could be making this ad if this wasn't all above board. And don't forget to remind me to tell you you can get 20% off your order at mood.com if you stay tuned. So if you know me, you know I'm always looking for the right gummy for the right situation, because there's a lot of different things out there and you need to know what you're getting. I've tried a bunch of their gummies myself, and it's wild how different each one feels. The Sleepy Time gummies knock me out in like 15 minutes flat, and no hangers, no grogginess like you get from some of those other sort of sleep enhancers. I wake up feeling amazing. Like you should. And their Epic Euphoria gummies, they're perfect for the days when, nothing's going right and you just need to hit the reset button on your crap mood. What makes these different is how they've paired THC and other cannabinoids with herbs and adaptogens. So you're not just going to find gummies like this in a dispensary, or anywhere for that matter. Only at mood.com. And they have gummies for literally everything: immune support, menopause relief, PMS symptoms, mental clarity, sexual arousal. So Rich is going to love that one. Each one is crafted using federally legal cannabis grown on small, family-owned American farms. No pesticides, no BS, and they can ship to most states in the U.S. Best of all, not only does Mood stand behind everything with an industry-leading 100-day satisfaction guaranteed. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, you can get 20% off your first order at Mood.com with promo code THEN AND NOW. So head to Mood.com, browse their amazing collection, and see what's best for you. What's the perfect gummy for whatever you're dealing with? And remember to use the promo code THEN AND NOW at checkout to save 20% on your first order.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
In 2005, two brothers hit the road in search of their father and wound up fighting demons, angels, monsters, and fate itself.
Over the next 15 years, Supernatural became more than just a TV show. It became a family with one of the most passionate fan bases in the world.
I'm Rob Benedict. I played Chuck Shirley. You might also know me as God.
And I'm Richard Speight Jr. I played Loki, the Trickster, and Gabriel. And I also directed more than a few episodes.
Now, we spent years making this show, but we never actually sat down to watch every single episode in order until now.
And that means that each week, we're watching Supernatural from the beginning, now diving into Season 8, the year of purgatory, prophets, and the pursuit to close the gates of hell. And we'll be joined by cast, writers, directors, and the crew who help bring each episode to life.
You'll hear behind-the-scenes stories, our honest reactions, and maybe learn a little about how television gets made along the way.
Now, I'm warning you, there are going to be spoilers. And remember, this is our first time truly watching the series, so if we miss a detail or don't remember what happens 3 seasons from now, well, that's part of the fun.
So join us as we keep the engine running, hit the open road, and fall even deeper in love with Supernatural. Hey everybody, it's Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Speight Jr.
And we're talking about Season 8, Episode 2. What's up, Tiger Mommy?
What's up with you, Bear Papa?
Yeah, so we're in it. Season 8. And before we get going, I'd like to remind everyone that on Patreon, you can buy the templates, the Supernatural Then and Now templates to make cool stuff.
Like the image of that says the silhouettes of us with beards, like the outline of us.
Yeah, which I saw at a con a couple weeks ago, and I took a picture of it. Someone had it on a sticker or something, and I showed Rich. I was like, "Now this is what we should make."
Yeah,
and he was like, "We did make that. That's ours."
There's also a red shape that you said reminded you of something. What did you say it was?
No, that wasn't me. That was you, sir. That was you. And how can you get that? You can get that on Patreon, so you can make your own stuff with it. Is that the idea, Steve? You can make your own stuff with the templates?
Yeah.
They're just $3 a piece.
I shudder to think what you'd make with that red thing, Rob.
For the price of a half a latte, you can get a template and make all the cool stuff you want.
What is it, the coffee drink that you like now? It's
Americano?
Not a macchiato. No. You're just like, oh, this is really good because it's like not much milk.
Yeah, it's a not a macchiato, but a
cortado.
Yeah, cortado.
Like for the price of a cortado.
Exactly.
Well, Robert, tell you what. Let's stop talking about that red thing you're into, and let's get into the actual summary of the episode.
You're obsessed with the red thing. I never said a thing about the red thing.
Well,
jeez Louise.
We'll see.
I had to cut you off with the red thing. Hopefully we cut that out because it makes no sense and you're a jerk face. Dean and Sam are determined to recover the demon tablet that Kevin Tran stole from Crowley.
Still don't like Kevin's hair.
I miss it. I miss it 8 days a week. Everything about it.
You wanted to hold his hand.
To hold his hand.
And you say it's his birthday? Oh.
It's my birthday too, yeah. But Kevin insists on checking on his mother, Linda Tran, first. Dean is certain it's a trap.
Yeah, because the mailman's all squirrely and the gardener's all weird.
Oh, man, she's surrounded.
Yeah.
Crowley would expect Kevin to go home, but Kevin refuses to move forward without seeing her. Reluctantly, the Winchesters drive with Kevin to Neighbor, Michigan.
Huh, that sounds made up.
How's your Neighbor, Michigan?
Pretty good. How's your neighbor?
Always trying to keep up with the Neighbor, Michigan.
Yeah.
When they arrive, they're shocked to find that Kevin's mother is not the same person she was last year.
It's like she's a different actress. Hey, what do you think that thought process is? Obviously, Lauren Tom, great actress. You just go get Lauren Tom.
I don't know. Maybe they're like, look, we're going to make his mother into a major character, so we, want to go out and get someone else. I don't know.
Do you think they auditioned the other lady?
I don't know. If I were her, I would be maybe pissed, but
because I always think you can't have a situation like this. This is called the Elizabeth Shue effect, because Elizabeth Shue was put into the Back to the Future movies as the girlfriend, even though in the first Back to the Future movie, she is not the girlfriend.
It was that other girl. Yeah.
So was Elizabeth Shue.
Of course.
But the other girl was very hot.
Yeah.
And you kind of go, well, what happened there?
Right.
And by the way, massive bummer if you're that other girl.
Yeah. And so props out to her. Great actress.
Who? Elizabeth Shue?
Oh, the first mom. Just giving her a little love.
Oh, the first mom. Yeah.
But we love Lauren Tom. And so it's really it's great to see her there too. And she really honestly is one of the sweetest people. We just
so nice.
Yeah. So when they arrive, Dean spots demons watching the Tran house. They kill them swiftly with the demon killing knife, and Kevin rings the doorbell. Linda is overjoyed to see her son, but the Winchesters douse her with holy water.
That's pretty funny.
To confirm she isn't possessed. Yeah. Moments later, Sam smells sulfur and rushes inside as a demon tries to flee from a neighbor's body.
So was that neighbor a demon to start with? That's what I couldn't figure out. Was the neighbor already a demon?
Yeah.
Or did one of those demon?
No, I think it was a demon.
Postman guy jump into
I think
the
it was
woman?
a demon.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Sam recites an exorcism backward to trap it, and Dean kills it. After Linda witnesses the ordeal, Kevin explains everything.
Yeah, that's got to be a bummer to see your friend that you were just playing
I know,
cards
right?
with
Yeah, that's
stabbed
a
in the
shocker.
chest.
Yeah. They play cards every day. So Kevin explains everything. Crowley's kidnapping, his role as a prophet, and the existence of the Word of God tablet.
Right.
When she learns they're hunting the tablet, Linda insists on joining.
Now, why? What about that makes her want to join? It's just to protect her son, right?
Yeah. That's her MO. Even when she's told she'll need an anti-possession tattoo, she's unfazed.
Yeah.
Joking, it won't be her first. So the idea is that Miss Tran is, she parties.
Let me tell you something. The whole through line here is she's got some stank on her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we meet her, we think, oh, demure tiger mom.
Yeah.
Now she's more tiger than mom.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It should be what's up, cougar mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the inference. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, that's the inference that she knows her way around the block.
I mean, at some point where you're like, well, hello, Mrs. Tran.
Hello, Ms. Tran. How do you do? At the tattoo parlor, she remains calm while Kevin absolutely freaks out.
Yeah, he does not like the tattooing process.
He's like, oh.
She is just steady Eddie.
Yeah.
Not her first rodeo.
No, sir. Kevin leads them to a bus station locker in Laramie, Wyoming, where he's hid the tablet, but it's gone. The current head of security tells them that his predecessor, Clem Smedley, had been stealing from lockers and is now in jail.
Right.
So they go to question Clem, and Dean is haunted by memories of Purgatory. We get more flashbacks to Purgatory.
Yep.
And he grows increasingly aggressive to Clem.
Yeah, he does.
In the flashback, Dean and Benny interrogate a monster about Castiel's location, and Dean kills it despite its cooperation.
Right.
Back in the present, Dean threatens Clem with a knife until Clem admits he sold the tablet to a pawn shop.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to kill him. I thought for sure he was going to kill him.
Same.
At the pawn shop, the sleazy owner, Lyle, stonewalls them. He really is a jerk.
Although I'll say the sleazy owner / surfer,
Totally.
like LA kid.
It was an odd casting, yeah.
It was not the sleaziest pawn shop owner I've ever seen.
No, it was just like a teenager. He's kind of a jerk. But Linda cleverly threatens to report his outstanding taxes on an imported Ferrari, forcing him to hand over the pawn slip for the tablet. The address leads them to a motel room, where a dandy man named Bo appears, recognizing Kevin as a prophet. He invites them to an exclusive auction hosted by his employer, Plutus.
Okay, let me just clarify one thing. They're outside the apartment building when that happens, right? The guy shows up with the top hat and goes,
Yeah.
I was confused when they go, this part confused me. They go to the motel room, and what are they going to the motel room for? Because they never go into the motel. Like, what were they going for when they got interrupted in the parking lot?
I don't know. The address led them to a motel room. I don't know.
But they never got in the motel room. They were sitting there looking at the doors, and that guy popped up.
They were outside when that guy popped up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I was confused. Did they know the tablet wasn't there, and then the guy shows up? But they never got in the room. So how would they know it wasn't there? I mean, I don't know. I got confused by that.
Well, yeah, you got to think that Plutus and the dandy guy kind of just know where they're going. They know their names and know what's up. And is Plutus a god?
God of greed, he said.
Right. Okay. So Bo assures them that the space is protected against violence of spells and adds Sam, Dean, and Linda to the guest list. At the auction, Dean must surrender all weapons before entering. Inside, they find the tablet displayed but covered to prevent anyone from reading it. Crowley is also in attendance, offering Kevin a mock sympathy for his girlfriend's death. Linda punches him. I mean, she really whacks his face, warning him to stay away from her son. Before a fight can break out, the auction begins. Dean is momentarily stopped by an angel named Samandriel, played by our buddy
Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, Tyler Johnson from Bugs. I love that kid.
That's right. I was sitting there going like, have we seen Tyler on the show before?
We interviewed him.
Dude, I know. I mean, I know him from the thing, but I just I could not put together where we'd seen him.
Yeah. Because remember when he came to the, sometimes or people would cosplay as that character, or he cosplayed as that character.
For sure.
So anyway, he stops Dean, and Dean recognizes him and asks about Castiel. He recognizes him because he was in Bugs. And he asks him about Castiel. Dean reveals that he and Cass were trapped in Purgatory and implies Cass didn't make it out. Samandriel says he always thought Castiel had too much heart. Dean flashes back to Purgatory, where he and Benny finally found Castiel. Dean was excited to see his friend, but Castiel said he'd stayed away because Leviathans were hunting him and didn't want to endanger Dean.
Aw.
But he clarifies that he's not wacky anymore.
That's nice.
Yeah. Back in the auction, Sam and Dean realize they're hopelessly outmatched when bidding starts at 3 tons of dwarven gold, dude.
Oh my God, dude. You know how much dwarven gold that is?
Dude, I can't get you that much dwarven gold.
No.
It's not enough time.
Not $3 million.
They have only a few $1,000s, fake credit cards, and a Costco card.
Mm-hmm.
Dean sneaks off to scout the storage room, but is caught and forced to come back empty-handed.
Yeah.
When the tablet finally goes up for bid, Crowley and Samandriel compete fiercely. Crowley offers the moon, but the reserve isn't met. To raise the stakes, Bo adds Kevin to the auction,
Oh, no.
reasoning that the profit increases the tablet's value.
Kind of does.
Horrified, Linda bids her soul for her son.
No.
Crowley counters with 1,000,000 souls from hell, but Plutus accepts Linda's offer, moved by its personal sacrifice.
Yeah.
Afterwards, Samandriel congratulates Linda and offers an angelic protection for Kevin, but she refuses, saying she trusts the Winchesters.
I questioned that myself, but okay.
Yeah, I know. I might have taken that offer.
I might have gone to the angelic help.
Yeah. As Plutus prepares to claim Linda's soul, Dean notices her anti-possession tattoo has been burned off. Her eyes turn red. It's Crowley possessing her.
No, Crowley.
He reveals he bribed Bo and had him remove Linda's tattoo.
Bribe Bo.
Poor Linda.
That looks so hot, too. Painful, the scarring.
Yeah, it's poor Linda. While Plutus is distracted, Bo kills him with a wooden stake. Crowley uses the same weapon to kill Plutus's guard, then seizes the tablet. Dean and Sam recover their confiscated weapons and confront him, but he escapes in Linda's body. Dean chases after them with Sam and Kevin, and they are attacked by Bo. Sam grabs Thor's hammer, an auction item, and kills Bo. When another bidder, Villy, demands the hammer back, Sam kills him too because he's a monster. So
yeah, he is.
Back at the beginning of the episode, it started with Villy killing a poor girl in the bank vault.
Oh, right. And that was, where he sawed her in half. And
This is that guy. I thought he was going to be more of a big deal in this.
No.
I guess he's just the initial crime why the boys came back here. Meanwhile, Kevin arrives as Dean faces Crowley in Linda's body. Dean hesitates to strike, and when Kevin shouts, Crowley uses the distraction to flee Linda's body and escape with the tablet. Before leaving, he warns Kevin that the Winchesters use people up. Afterward, Linda is left catatonic. Kevin, furious and grief-stricken, tells Dean to leave him alone.
Oh, we forgot one thing, one little detail. Remember when Crowley's in there, messing with Kevin and the mom, and he's like, I've been rattling around in her head. Do you want to know who your real father is? And you're like, oh, Moose, she was dating multiple people, is what I'm getting at. Again, Mrs. Tran.
Yes.
Likes to party.
And we never found out who his real dad is? No. All right. That'll be an interesting thing.
Yeah.
When Sam and Dean return to check on them, both Linda and Kevin are gone.
Yeah.
Kevin leaves a note saying he doesn't trust the Winchesters anymore. People Dean cares about always end up dead. So he and his mom are leaving for good. Sam tries to reassure Dean, but Dean flashes back to purgatory, Castiel's hand slipping from his grasp as he calls for help.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
There you go.
You know my takeaway here?
Use people up.
No. Here's my advice. Use people up. No, I kind of want to maybe, see what's going on with Miss Tran.
I know, Miss Tran. Definitely.
Hi, Miss Tran. It's Robbie and Rich from the podcast. We know you're a fictional character, but would you like to grab a drink?
No, we're not calling for Kevin. We're actually calling for you.
Oh my goodness.
So what do you think?
Yeah, well, I guess we got to do this part. Arr, arr, arr. Rob and Rich. Ratings. Some funny stuff with Mrs. Tran.
Yeah.
Lauren Tom's great.
Lauren Tom's great. Great stuff with Osric. I love the flashbacks to Purgatory. I'm still enjoying those.
I like the dandy with the hat. That guy was great.
Yeah. We didn't get any more about the dog.
Nope. Still no idea what's going on with the dog and the girlfriend. And by the way, the girlfriend who Sam lived with and now he just took off and she's not exactly burning up his phone.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Me neither.
Yeah, and her being possessed by Crowley was a fun switcheroo.
Her friend getting stabbed, being a demon, was kind of fun.
Yeah, and her actually doing a little bit of Crowley.
She was good. The whole as we realized she was a bit of a minx.
Yeah,
that was a fun slow reveal.
Yeah, and that she's got other tattoos somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. That's all my points. The tattoo, and she able to punch Crowley, and finds out that maybe that's your dad. Maybe that's not your dad. Maybe that's none of your business.
Yeah,
yeah.
Overall, it felt like the kind of episode that kind of gets you from one place to another.
Yep.
I've still got so many questions.
So many.
But I thought the auction, the whole end of it was fun. And then, certainly the vision of Castiel's hand slipping through his in purgatory,
oh yeah, so
left
painful.
you kind of on a cliffhanger. What are we doing? What happened there?
So let's see. What kind of beard are we giving this, Robert? Do you got one?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay. I got one.
Okay. Hit me.
I'm going to give it the Keanu Reeves.
It's a good beard.
Again, it's a good beard.
Yeah, it's a good beard.
It's a little patchy.
Yeah.
Because there's still unanswered questions, but he's a good looking, great looking guy.
Yep. You just gave me my idea. In that same spirit, I'm going to give this to the Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh.
It's a solid beard. Also kind of makes you kind of look and think, why the beard?
Yeah.
But that's really not, you don't have to do that. But nonetheless, it's a beard. It's a little unkempt, a little gray, but still handsome guy, knows how to grow a beard. So Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah. I like it. And I don't know if you've done. No, I'm sure you've done Jeffrey D. Morgan before.
I feel like one of us have at some point.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm excited where it's going.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, sure.
And the person we're going to talk to today is going to sort of help us fill in the blanks.
Wait, who are we interviewing today? Oh, Andrew Dabb. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to the bottom of this crap.
That's right. Returning to the podcast is a man who only needs an introduction for Richard, but for everyone else,
That's a lie.
He's been writing for the show for years. He will eventually become the showrunner. At this point, he's just a strong person in the writer's room, and it's the one and only Mr. Andrew Dabb. And here's our conversation with Andrew.
Hey guys,
How are you, sir?
very good.
Good.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. Good to have you back on the podcast and just see you in general.
Yes.
Okay, Andrew, so give us some context to how things are different now. Sarah left. Jeremy's returned to run the show.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a different vibe in the writer's room? Was there an adjustment there?
Yeah, how does Jeremy's leadership style differ from Sarah's?
It was really interesting because Sarah, when she took over, there was kind of, it felt to us anyway, it felt to me anyway, there was kind of a mandate to do a little bit of a soft reset, which is why you saw the focus on monsters and expanding that part of the mythology for 2 seasons. And I think when Jeremy came back, when he came in, because he had been gone for a couple of years. And when he came back in, I think we didn't give up on that. And that's why you see Purgatory and some other things in that regard. But I think we were like, okay, we've been away from angels and demons for not totally 2 years, but like mostly for 2 years in terms of big mythology. Let's dive back in. And I think that really defined not just, his tenure on the show, but really the rest of the show. Like we took little steps away every once in a while from that, but for the most part, the angels, demons, heaven, hell stuff really became much more central.
Right.
In terms of how running of the show wasn't any different necessarily. I would say, I think Jeremy, when he came in, he was really conscious he was inheriting a writing staff. In his first season, I don't think he made any new hires.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
By the way, I could be wrong about that. But if I recall correctly, I think he was kind of walking into something that was pre-made. And not that Sarah kind of stomped all over everybody, because she didn't. But I think, she had also hired most of her staff or was around when we were hired, whereas Jeremy wasn't. And so he was really pretty cool about coming in and being open to new ideas. He came in with some idea of his own, particularly Benny. But he didn't come in and, this is how it's going to be. Like, he was open to collaboration, which was great because, like I said, I think he inherited, if not, I think, like an entire writing staff. So I just think he had the right attitude coming in, and he was great.
That's awesome.
Hey there, this is Jensen. I hope you're enjoying the episode, but we need to pull over for a second for some messages, and I gotta take a leak.
Hey everybody, Richard Spade Jr. If you're still overpaying for wireless, it's time to say yes to saying no. At Mint Mobile, their favorite word is no. No contracts, no monthly bills, no overages, no hidden fees, no BS. Here's why I said yes to making the switch and getting premium wireless for $15 a month. For starters, you want to ditch overpriced wireless and their jaw-dropping monthly bills, unexpected overages and hidden fees. Plans at Mint Mobile start at $15 a month. That's right, $15 a month. That's like a coffee and a half. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your number along for the party. Why not, huh? Why ditch that thing? It's still working. I got Mint Mobile for my kids. Why? Because I want to control what they're doing. Yeah, I'm a controlling guy like that. They call that being a dad. And I want to be sure they're not going crazy or rogue and racking up big bills. So if I'm prepaying and I'm doing it through Mint, I know they're getting great connections. I know I can reach them when I need to. I know they're getting data when they need to. And I know that the bill is going to be exactly what the bill is because there's no jaw-dropping overages, as I said before. And the quality is great. So, are you ready to say yes to saying no? I thought so. So go make the switch at mintmobile.com/supernatural. That's mintmobile.com/supernatural. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Hey, everybody. It's Rob Benedict. I want to talk to you about Quince again. Listen, the holidays are coming up. You're going to have your holiday parties. People are going to want you to get all gussied up, and you want to reach for something that you don't even have to think about. You know you look good in. Simple, easy, smart-looking clothes. Because you want to look good, you want to feel good, but you need it to be easy. So I've been buying a lot of Quince lately, I got to be honest. And this season's lineup looks pretty exciting. It's smart and easy, like $50 Mongolian cashmere sweaters that feel like an everyday luxury, and wool coats. They're equal parts stylish and durable. Their denim, I bought their jeans. Check. It nails the fit and everyday comfort, all at a fraction of what you'd expect to pay. By partnering directly with ethical factories and top artisans, this is my favorite part, Quince cuts out the middlemen to deliver premium quality at half the cost of other high-end brands. So you can get these great-looking quality pieces without the great-looking quality price tag. All right, here are my two latest Quince items. I got myself a pair of slacks, the kind of slacks that you could wear to a party, or you could also put tennis shoes on and go down to the grocery store, like casual slacks. And I like clothes that don't have, the store's insignia all over it. These are just Quince steps back and lets you look good. The other thing I bought is a short sleeve sweater shirt, and it's going to be sharp. I can't wait to put these on at some of these conventions we have coming up. Also, hot tip, hot take, holidays meets gift giving. This place is a perfect place to go for your shopping. And they have accessories too. It's not just clothes. So check that out. Give and get timeless holiday staples that last this season with Quince. Go to quince.com/STN for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/STN. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/STN.
Hey, guess what? We're back.
Well, let me ask you, I'm going to rewind the tape a little further. What was the transition like from Kripke to Sarah?
I think from Kripke to Sarah, because Eric was fairly involved in season 6.
Yeah. Right.
Like he was doing stuff and giving notes and things like that. And I think for us, for me as at that point, a lower level writer, Eric was in a lot of the breaks. So in that first season, it felt very similar, but obviously the mandate was like, look, we did Angels and Demons. We brought that story to kind of a close. What else can we do? And I think Sarah had a really hard job. You have to walk in after somebody with a 5-season plan. That plan has come to an end to a degree.
Yeah.
Where do you go? And I think by the time she left the show, she had geared it in a way where it could run for a much longer period of time.
Right.
If you remember, season 6 and 7, we were on Friday nights. We were 9 p.m. We were in this is where they put shows that get canceled, basically.
Wow.
And when she left and Jeremy came in and Mark Pedowitz came in at the CW, we were moved back to a much better time slot. And season 8 or season 9 is the only season where Supernatural is the #1 rated show on the network.
No way.
We weren't not for season 1, season 2, season 3, but season 8, season 9, one of those seasons, I think it might've been 8, we were the #1 rated show on the network for that season.
Wow.
It was the year before Arrow started, basically. But yeah, so, and again, I think Sarah, so it's this whole thing, when you're inheriting a show, leave it better than you found it. And in a lot of ways, Sarah did. Not that the first 5 seasons were bad by any stretch of the imagination, but she geared it in such a way where it could continue to run for, many, many, many years after.
You mentioned Pedowitz coming in. Who had been the Pedowitz previous to Pedowitz?
A woman named Dawn Ostroff.
It's funny. Pedowitz is the only name I know from in that position.
Yeah, Dawn Ostroff was there, I think it was somebody else for the first couple of seasons. And then Dawn Ostroff came in, and then she left to do I don't know what she left to do. She left to do something. They brought Mark Pedowitz in. Mark Pedowitz came from a more, he was a longtime ABC guy. He was old school. He was a TV movie guy for most of his career. He knew Bob Singer real well.
Right.
And so when he came in, he looked at our numbers and he was like, this show, no matter what night we put it on, its audience comes with it. And it tends to lift up the other show that's on the same night with it, which is how we started to get the job of introducing Arrow, introducing the Flash, those kind of things where that's how we kind of use the show. So we've got moved around the schedule quite a bit. but never back to Fridays, and always in a way that, the show could be useful and, get in front of the most people, which was great.
You mentioned that Jeremy brought in the idea of Benny. What was the evolution of Benny in the writer's room? Did he just say, hey, I think you should have this cohort from Purgatory, or?
Yeah, I think Jeremy came in, and I think we knew we were getting Dean out of Purgatory relatively quickly, just largely because, the show's the brothers together, right?
Right.
You can keep them apart for some amount of time, but you never want to do it for too long.
Right.
And he wanted him to come out with something that was kind of long lasting and could affect their relationship. So if he's away, it's like if he's away in prison or whatever, like he comes back with a friend. And that friend is someone who's, in this case, a vampire, a monster, someone who's got a very, very dark past. And, how could that affect the brothers? And he kind of came in with that, and he compared it, it was almost like a crime movie in that way. And so episode 1, episode 2 is where we kind of start telling that story that would reverberate through the season and through Sam and Dean's relationship. He came in with the character pretty fully formed. There was some question of what Purgatory was going to be and how they were going to get out. And that was something that we discussed in the room a lot, as I remember. But the Dean would come out with Benny. That was like one of the first things that he came in with. It was great.
Wow. And so you cast Ty for a role that you knew was going to be a season long.
I don't know if we thought it would be season long at that point.
Right.
But we knew it was going to be multiple episodes, which is probably why, Ty did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we knew it was going to be multiple episodes. We knew it was going to, usually when we start the season, we were thinking about the end of the season a little bit, but really you're focused on the first half.
Right.
Right.
So we knew Benny was going to play big in the first half. And then as Ty started to, as you saw the character on the screen, as we saw everything, you start using them more and more because they're great.
Something else in this episode, just curious from the writer point of view, like what came first? The idea of the supernatural, the artifact auction, the supernatural artifact auction, or shaping an episode around Plutus?
The auction came first.
Okay.
This was the episode where we're kind of dealing a lot with, like, I don't know if we introduced Mrs. Tran here, but we certainly play her a lot.
Well, we beef her up. She had been in other episodes, but a different actress.
Different actress. Yeah. And that was one of the big things with Jeremy. I remember being in his office late one day, and we had gotten reads from people to play that role. And none of the reads were really speaking to us. And he had known someone that worked with Lauren Tom on another show. He's like, what about her? And we're like, she would be great. And Supernatural didn't usually do offers, by which I mean they very rarely went to an actor and was like, hey, do you want this part? It was almost always there was an audition process. And that was one of the few times we did it, and it worked out great.
Wow.
Was there ever any conversation about having the other actress continue on?
Yes. And she did come in and read for it.
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, she did. We wondered.
She did come in and read for it. But I think that's a hard role because you have to be a loving mother. It's also comedic in some ways. And she was someone who I think was kind of new in her career. And we needed someone we knew was a little bit more reliable at that stage. And Lauren was definitely that.
100%. You mentioned the Ty playing Benny was, and you said, and that's why Ty took the role. Was Ty an offer?
I don't believe so.
So Ty came in and read for it, but that's why it was attractive.
But knowing it was recurring.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That always looks good on an audition. We're like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's going to be more than 1 or 2 episodes. So, and Ty obviously was a Battlestar Galactica guy. You know what I mean? He'd been in a bunch of stuff. So he was Vancouver acting royalty.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And he brings that to the screen too. I mean, and you feel like, oh, this is an important character.
Yes.
Rob and I are just on episode 2 of the season here, but does Lauren Tom's character continue on? Do we see a lot more of her?
She does. I can't remember how many episodes she did, but she continues on even past this season, I believe.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But I can't remember how many episodes she was in. It might've been around 10 total, which on our show is pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Totally.
And so talking about the trans.
Yeah.
Kevin is dramatically different in this episode than he was when we last saw him, or in this season, I should say. Last time we saw him, A, he had a mop top. B, he was more wide-eyed and innocent. G. Willikers, Kevin Tran. And then the explosion happens. And then when we see him now, he just feels a little more war-torn.
Yes.
How much of that is on the page? How much of that is the actor making that decision? Or what combination of the two?
I think we had talked a lot about Kevin. And again, this was something Jeremy came in with. Like, we really liked Osric in that role. He was really good. He was really funny. He's a really good actor. So it's like, okay, if you're a kid in this position, how do you evolve? And that really is Kevin's story over the course of, multiple seasons, is how he kind of evolves into coming to terms with this world, his role in it and everything else. But that's all predicated. I mean, you can put it on the page, but it's all predicated on the actor.
Right.
Like if the actor doesn't come in and kind of embrace it in a way that really works and you feel it, because I wouldn't say we went into the season being like, oh, and Kevin's going to be around for the next 2-3 seasons off and on.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like, we're going to use Kevin and we'll see how it goes, which is how we approached a lot of characters. You know what I mean? That was a lot of it was like, you're hoping it comes together. And one of the advantages of doing a show like this where you're writing as you're producing is you can make those choices on the fly. Now, if you're doing a Netflix show, you know, you're writing all 8, you're shooting all 8, you're not really seeing cuts of them until everything's written or in the process of being shot. So making adjustments like that is very difficult.
Right.
But for us, you know, we can see Kevin in this episode. We're like, oh, that worked great. Let's do more of that because we're only writing episode 11 at this point or whatever it is.
Right.
And it's just one of the great advantages of doing it that way.
Was Kevin's shaved head done for the show? Or is that like
A surprise?
I think he had another role.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
because I almost hammered out a letter to the network to go, what happened to the mop top?
That's
We're
right.
really-
Exactly.
We were very fond of the
I
Beatles.
missed
look.
the Beatles look.
That's right. But I think he had another role, and so he came in with a shaved head, and we're like, great, Kevin has a shaved head now.
yeah.
Yeah, fine.
And even wrote it in that Crowley said
Yes,
something
of
about
course.
it. Look
Of
at
course.
you. Yeah.
But to go back to the question you asked first, the supernatural auction came first. It was just something we thought was an interesting idea.
Yeah.
And kind of a bit of a variation on kind of the supernatural pawn shop, which you've seen kind of multiple times, like Needful Things and stuff like that. And then as we went kind of searching for a path to get there, that's what brought us to Plutus and some of the gods and another god story, which we did off and on throughout the run of the show, but probably be more in these middle seasons than any other time. We didn't do it so much at the beginning, we didn't do so much at the end, but in the middle we did quite a bit.
Yeah, like other gods.
Other gods and just going to that well. Yep.
Yeah, I have a question off script here, but at season 8, does anything come from the network? Do they ever say, "Hey guys, we'd like to see this and that happen this"?
We want a
you know?
little more Plutus.
Right.
No, but like we want Sam to have a love interest, or we want, you know what I mean? We want it to be less violent, or we want it to be more romantic, or anything like that.
Not at this stage.
Right.
I think, look, if there's stuff they like, they'll certainly tell you they like it. Or if their characters are like they like, they'll certainly tell you they like them.
Okay.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we walked into this season with mandate. And again, Jeremy knows better than I would. But I don't think we walked in with mandates for anything. I think it was, they don't want to go off the rails, which is in the case of our show, like not enough Sam and Dean is really going off the rails for us.
Right.
But the days of the network kind of prescriptively laying down stuff had kind of gone away at that point.
Just because you guys were holding your own and on autopilot in terms of the ratings, so to speak?
In terms of the ratings, also, again, at this point, CW was in the process of rebranding itself. This was kind of the end of the Gossip Girl CW and the beginning of the DC CW. So they had bigger issues than us, basically. And we did our job and we did it well, and we didn't cause problems, and that gave us a lot of creative freedom.
That's awesome.
And Pedowitz was a little more hands off with us too, right? I always felt like in the later seasons he was like, "Look, it's working, so I'm not going to stand in your way."
Exactly, and I would say the same thing from Warner Brothers and Peter Roth, who was there at the time. Like at that point, it was like everybody knows it's working, it's doing what it needs to do. It's not going to be the biggest show on television, but it's going to keep going. And look, truth of the matter is, the show went through 3 showrunners in the first 8 seasons. That's unusual.
Yeah.
So Eric leaving, Sarah coming in really proved that it could be a show that could survive and thrive kind of without Eric, which I think was a question mark.
Right.
And so when Jeremy came in, they knew the fundamentals were strong. And the other thing is, like, the constant here is Bob Singer, right? So if Bob's like Sarah did, if Bob's like Jeremy can do it, Warner Brothers CW, they're going to believe him because he's now been through it once.
Right.
And they know push comes to shove, he'll keep the trains running on time, which he did.
Right. And Jeremy is how many seasons does he? When do you take over?
He does 4. He does 8, 9, 10, and 11, and I do 12 till the end.
Okay. We get to see Samandriel, Tyler Johnston's back. The actor that was in Bugs is back as Samandriel.
Yep.
In a Wiener Hut uniform. That's a classic.
Yes.
Is this his only episode? Does he come back?
No, he
again?
comes back again. I think he comes back 2 or 3 more times, maybe.
That's awesome. Tyler's a great actor, and he's such a sweet guy.
Yeah, no, he did a great job for us, and we really liked him. And again, we're back to exploring angels now.
Right.
Yeah.
And the only angel we really had established we hadn't kind of killed was Castiel, obviously. So it was an opportunity for us to kind of put some new angels in there, put some angels at different levels, not necessarily archangels, but like workaday guys, basically. And we kind of built out that mythology more. So it was great.
Does Samandriel come back as, and is this it? He's always just...
It's Tyler. I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Man, I so didn't know that. Like, I see Tyler at conventions and stuff, and I never knew he was an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
We see people cosplaying as that.
Yeah,
Wiener
I've seen
Hut.
the wiener. I've seen the outfit.
Yep.
And then, are you and Dan to get full credit for originating the nickname Squirrel for Dean?
I don't know who did it. Like one of us did, but I know where it came from because, they called Sam Moose and Moose and Moose over again. And so it just came from the Rocky and Bullwinkle show.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know who came up with it, but I think it starts in this episode. Yeah.
It does start in this episode. That's why it's fun.
It's the first time he says squirrel.
Fun to see this sort of the evolution of that joke.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. You burned one into into the cannon.
One that kept, one that stuck.
Exactly.
This episode deepens the mystery of Dean's time in purgatory. How did you decide what to reveal here, especially about his loyalty to Castiel? Was that storyline mapped out, or was it something coming together as the episodes were progressed?
It was something we really focused a lot on in kind of the first 2 weeks when we were in the room. Because honestly, at that point, probably more, because I think, again, we kind of know what a reunion between Sam and Dean is going to look like. We don't know the particulars of it, but we know the shape of it, right? The general shape of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of know what kind of world they're walking back into. Purgatory was a complete blank slate for us. So what was it going to look like? Obviously, it can't look too crazy because we don't have that much money.
Right.
And so a lot of the time we spent, at one point, we went big and Dean was going to encounter some kind of weird road warrior type monster post-apocalyptic landscape. We're like, oh, we can't afford that. So let's just put them in the woods. There are plenty of woods in Vancouver.
Put him in the woods.
So we spent a lot of time mapping that out. So the Purgatory storyline was essentially broken and written in the room on its own, at least the major steps of it.
And then you broke it up into flashbacks.
Exactly. So we knew in this episode we were responsible for X, Y, and Z flashback. Whereas normally when you're going to an episode, you don't have that much going into it when you're kind of just breaking it on your own. You'll have an idea and kind of some goals. But that one, Jeremy and Bob really focused on breaking a version of it in the room early on because it was such an unknown for us.
Right.
And obviously, and sets the table for, all of our alternate realities that become much more at play later on.
Right. I love the look of Purgatory. It's a really cool look.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is so you obviously you're going to shoot out in Panther paintball for the next however chunk of time, the outdoor area. But look, the LUT on the thing and the color timing is all phenomenal. How much of a conversation was that from your office to Vancouver, or was that solely Bob Singer when he directed the first episode, working with Serge to create that?
I think it was a lot of Bob and Serge.
Okay.
I think Bob went in, and I'm sure Phil had something put on it too. But I think Bob went in with wanting a very different kind of look for Purgatory. I'm sure he and Jeremy had conversations, but that was dictated mostly by him and mostly by Serge.
It really works.
Yeah.
It's dramatically different. It's not slightly different. Like it's really a different vibe completely, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, and it looks in a weird way a lot more like season 1 of Supernatural.
Yes, it does, man. It's way more contrasty, and the blacks are deeper, and it's saturated in a weird way. So sometimes it almost looks black and white.
Yeah,
like a sepia black and white combo type thing. It's really cool looking.
Yeah.
Did you guys get any pushback on that because I know the network kept saying as the show went on, lighten it up, lighter. Did you get any pushback on that?
They may have, I don't know. We took a lot of, especially with the black and white episode back in season 4, we took a lot of stylistic risks early on, which I think helped us have credibility when we came in later.
Right.
Again, I wasn't part of those conversations. There may have been some pushback, but not that I ever heard.
That's awesome.
Andrew, have you ever directed? Or is that something you would ever aspire to do?
I can't do that. Words on the page. I can barely do that. Everything else is somebody else.
So Kevin leaves the Winchesters at the end of the episode. How important is that moment to shaping Kevin's arc for the rest of the season?
I think it's really important because Kevin is someone who's, again, he's kind of on a journey, and it also establishes him in some ways as a more independent-minded character.
Right, as his own man kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's not as dependent on the guys. He's not as dependent. He can forge his own path. He and his mom, we can forge their own path. And I think that makes when he kind of does come back to them for help, it makes it even more resonant because this is a guy that's proven he can go off on his own. So if he's coming back for us to help, or we're going to him for help, it really means something.
It's interesting too, because it's not just that he can forge his own path, but he was forced to because Sam blew him off for a year.
Yes.
He was
forced to kind of become that and, grow up, and now he has. And now in growing up, like Sam and Dean, I think kind of expect him to be like, relying on them. And he's like, no, dude, like you tossed me in the water. I learned how to swim.
Yeah, I can't trust you.
I'm sure this line is in the story some point. It's not in the script. I guarantee you at some point Kevin says, this isn't the old mop top Kevin you're talking to.
That's right.
Andrew, man, it's always awesome to have you on for these conversations. Like, you're just a super interesting dude. And you're, quite frankly, your ability to recall the details of these episodes from a gazillion years ago is admirable.
Well, thank you. It's awesome to be on with you guys.
Yeah, man. You got to come back.
Always
and
great to see you, Andrew.
Forge off and start doing your own thing, man, as you sort of, make your ascension to the throne. You got to come back and keep talking to us.
Yeah. Your character arc on our podcast is really interesting.
Exactly. I'm the real star. I mean, this is just,
Don't shave your head, or I swear to God, I'll come through the screen.
Awesome.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
This is Mark Shepard, and you're listening to Supernatural Then and Now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a little hell to raise.
If you've shopped online, it's extremely likely that you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout? The one that makes the process from, I think I'm ready to buy, to, I can't wait till it gets here, so incredibly easy? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it, because Shopify makes it easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. It gives you a leg up from the very beginning, with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates to express your brand style, so you don't have to spend time coding a website. Shopify allows you to tackle all the important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. Plus, they have built-in marketing and email tools to help find and keep new customers, so you can easily spread your brand's word. And did I mention that iconic purple Shop Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world? It's the reason why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. Your customers already know it, love it, and actually use it. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm. Fall is my favorite time of the year, and whenever it comes around, I'm making sure I'm bringing out my softest blankets, I'm making my favorite soups, really any excuse to use my immersion blender, and just generally making small adjustments in my day-to-day life to reflect the coziness and inherent transitional nature of the season. I love switching things up this time of the year, and that can include updating your makeup look. From a simple just gotta get out the door routine to festive fall glam or maybe even a Halloween look, Thrive Causemetics is your go-to for completing any fall look. Plus, every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. My personal favorite product that I absolutely recommend adding to your makeup bag if you haven't already is the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. It's the only mascara I wear anymore. I have it in a brown shade, which just feels a little less harsh than a black mascara. And it's a tubing mascara, so it doesn't run or smudge, and it just makes my lashes look so beautiful and long without any clumping. My favorite part, because I got so tired of working hard to get every last bit of makeup off when I was using other mascaras, when it's time to take it off, it just slides right off with warm water. And something I love about Thrive Causemetics is that purchasing their products does more than enhance your own glow. With every purchase, Thrive Causemetics makes a donation to numerous causes, and they've given over $150 million in product and cash donations to more than 600 giving partners, so it really is beauty with purpose. Whether you're doing a total overhaul or just making the tweaks in your life to feel in line with the season, complete your fall look. Go to thrivecausemetics.com/thrive for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Causemetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/thrive.
We're back. Thanks.
Well, that was great. It's always great to talk to Andrew.
Dude, it's so great to talk to Andrew. I mean, he's just a delightful guy, so incredibly intelligent. And I kid you not, his ability to recall these things is awesome.
Yeah, he's such a smart guy. And literally the recall is just like, you'll ask him questions like, right, no, because, he knows. He knows.
Yeah.
And he really is a success story, the way he grew on the show. So as a writer, really cool. And an interesting point that you got out of him, which was this is his last episode writing with Dan. So after this, he was sort of solo.
Yeah, I knew it was, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I felt like that was around the horn. So I'm glad I find that process fascinating, that I know that Sarah and Rael did the same thing, just to be, and then some don't, like Acker and Blacker, they stay together. So it's an interesting sort of process, a decision to or not to divide up.
The whole will they, won't they. And now it's time for something we like to call mythology.
Mythology.
Plutus is a figure from Greek mythology known as the god of wealth and abundance, particularly material wealth rather than spiritual prosperity.
Because I was going to say, this must be a guy who's super into spiritual prosperity.
Guess not.
But no.
No.
Plutus personifies wealth, plenty, and good fortune. But in many stories, he is blinded by Zeus to distribute wealth without regard to merit or morality. I get it. He's blind, so that way he's not picking people who are hot, let's say.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And he is blind, and he's also lame or winged. Slow to arrive, but quick to leave. Hey, it sounds like old Robbie Benny at a cocktail party. I'm going to start calling you Plutus. This represents the unpredictable and fleeting nature of wealth. Plutus was usually depicted as a boy holding a cornucopia full of grain.
I'm listening to all those facts, and I'm wondering, who are this guy's parents? Plutus is traditionally described as the son of Demeter, the goddess of agriculture and harvest.
Yeah.
And either the mortal Aeacian or the Titan Zeus, depending on the myth. His birth symbolizes the natural connection between agriculture and prosperity.
Which is why he's always depicted holding a cornucopia full of grain. In classical literature, Aristophanes wrote a comedy titled Plutus. I'm laughing already.
It is hilarious.
It did 3 seasons on the WB, in which the god regains his sight. I'm laughing, and begins rewarding the virtuous instead of the corrupt, leading to chaos in society. Oh my God. And the poster is hilarious. It's like this guy kind of like with his eyes wide open, looking like shrugging. And in one hand is a stack of bills, and in the other hand is a cornucopia full of grain.
In later Roman mythology, he was sometimes conflated with Pluto.
We've conflated him.
We definitely conflated him. Pluto, who's also known as Hades, god of the underworld and hidden riches beneath the earth.
He's the god of hidden riches? Because you're always wanting to hide me. So does that mean that's my god?
That's your god.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Pluto.
And I bet you don't confuse Pluto with Uranus. It's funny because even though you mainly are focused on Uranus, Hades is the god of the netherworld, and I know how much you like the nethers.
Wow. That took too long.
I was laughing too hard. Oh, man. That was good, Rob. Good stuff. I can't wait to watch the sitcom Plutus and its reboot.
Yeah, Plutus.
With Jaleel White as Plutus.
Coming to the WB this fall on our on our Haha Tuesdays. All right, let's get fun.
Fun facts! Fun facts! Fun facts! Fun facts!
The title What's Up, Tiger Mommy combines 2 references. Amy Chua's Battle Hymn of the Tiger Mother about cross-cultural parenting, and Woody Allen's 1966 comedy, What's Up, Tiger Lily?
I do not know the Amy Chua's book. Did you know that?
I do not know that either.
I think that's a book. Is that a book? Okay.
Oh, interesting. That's where the Tiger Mom came from.
Is Tiger Mom specific to a certain culture?
To one of the Asian cultures?
Yeah, I had a hunch that was a thing.
I was surprised you never went for, What's up, Tiger Mommy?
Well, now you did it. I had a whole thing planned. Never mind. In episode 721, which would be season 7, episode 21, reading is fundamental. And in episode 722, which is season 7, episode 22, there will be blood. Mrs. Tran was played by Cara Ladeo. In season 8, she is played by Lauren Tom. And the reason given by producers and directors alike is crickets. We have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know.
Nobody's told us, and we haven't found out.
Besides the Word of God tablet, the other items being auctioned include Excalibur,
Yes.
the Da Vinci Codex,
Right. I don't even know what that is.
the Amulet of Hesperus, which you
Right.
of course know, and Mjolnir, Thor's hammer.
Anything with an umlaut, I ain't saying.
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. Hey, what is the Da Vinci Codex? I mean, I know the Da Vinci Code, the books, and all this. But
Yeah.
what did we see that was the Da Vinci Codex?
Journal.
Got it. Okay.
There you go.
Good stuff. Tyler Johnston, who played Samandriel, previously portrayed Matt Pike, the bug-obsessed kid in Bugs.
Oh, I guess his name's not. I guess it's
Not
Matt.
Alfie.
So it's not the
guy.
same person. Yeah, but certainly Tyler's awesome, and
Does
he
a
doesn't
nice
age.
job in both episodes.
Yeah, he looks exactly the same
Looks
age.
exactly the same.
We had a great talk with him when we did Bugs.
Yeah, go back and listen to Bugs. Anybody wants to hear a nice interview with Tyler Johnston.
Not as bad as you might think it is.
Our interview?
No, the episode.
Oh, you mean the TV episode?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Because they built it up as being so bad for so many years that it's
Yeah.
not as bad as you think.
yeah,
And the interview is pretty good, too.
yeah. Tyler's a great sport.
3 tons of dwarven gold would be worth around $8.5 billion today.
Vili is a Norse god and brother of Odin, and of course, uncle to Thor.
Oh, Odin. We had Odin in an episode.
Yep,
Monster of the Gods.
yep. Hammer of the gods.
All right, Hammer of the Gods. Monster of the Gods.
An episode that you were in.
Hammer of the Gods. And Odin was played by Adam Crosdell.
Oh, Adam Crosdale. I know Adam Crosdale really well.
Yeah.
Oh, he was Odin.
Oh, no. Take it back. He wasn't. Or was he?
He was one of those guys in that episode. And I wondered this. This is the first time Crowley calls Dean Squirrel.
Ah, I don't remember him calling him Squirrel. I missed that joke.
You see a lot of squirrel and moose references all through the supernatural convention circuit.
And for those who don't know, that is from Bullwinkle.
Moose and squirrel.
Moose and Squirrel is from Bullwinkle. And it was Boris, who kind of dressed like Crowley,
Yeah,
who was
right.
their nemesis.
That's right.
Moose and Squirrel.
That's right. That's right. I forgot that he kind of looked like Crowley.
Yeah.
Wow. Now it all adds up.
Yeah, it all makes sense, right?
Well, Richard, the fun facts were fun. The podcast was fun.
The fun facts were also factual.
And they were factual. You're factual.
You're factual and you're punctual.
And you're punctual.
Thank you, buddy.
And fully functional. And we've done it. We've done another podcast.
We have, man. And a lot of people after 801 said they ain't going to make it through 802.
No.
Well, to them, I say, ha-ha.
Haha, we did it. I can't say anything about 3 yet.
Nope, but I can say this. It better have Osric's original hair.
For Halloween, I'd like to go as season 7 Kevin.
And I want you to go season 8, 7, Kevin, and I go season 7, Kevin.
Sure.
2 Kevs.
Yeah.
And we could go, and you, me, and Kevin McNally can just go as himself. 3 Kevs.
All you need is
Kev.
All right, everybody. Well, we'll see you at the next one.
God, I got to say, I love the Beatles jokes. You're killing it. You're killing it with the Beatles jokes, Rob. Not since your Wang Stencler monologue. have
That
you been
I never
on.
said. That was never said.
Whatever.
All right, everybody. We're into season 8. It's happening. So we'll see you at the next one. This episode of Supernatural features Jared Padalecki as Sam Winchester, Jensen Ackles as Dean Winchester, and Misha Collins as Castiel.
Guest stars include Mark Shepard, Osric Chow, Ty Olson, Lauren Tom, Jonathan Walker, and Tyler Johnston.
What's Up, Tiger Mommy was written by Andrew Dabb and Daniel Laughlin, directed by John F. Showalter.
Editing by James Pickle. Oh, Jimmy Pickle has joined the lineup. All right.
Oh.
We got to get Jimmy in here for an interview. He's a hoot. Music by Christopher Leonard.
Post-production supervisor was Sean Wagner.
I love Sean. Sean, great guy.
Yeah.
Executive produced by Robert Singer and Jeremy Carver.
Supernatural was created by Eric Kripke.
The episode featured the following songs: The Devil's Chasing Me by Reverend Horton Heat.
This episode originally aired on October 10th, 2012.
This episode of Supernatural Then and Now was hosted and executive produced by Richard Spade Jr. and Rob Benedict.
Produced by Stephen Hine, written by Stephen Hine and Haida Holscher.
And edited and associate produced by Trey Booty.
What's up, Buddha?
Music provided by Tim Wynn.
The episode was recorded with the help of Sonic Fuel Studios.
This podcast is from Story Mill Media.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and TikTok at SPN Then and Now.
Become a member of the podcast to get early access, chat rooms with other podcast fans, and video interviews, and hey, every now and then, a live stream.
Live stream.
At patreon.com/SPN Then and Now. How's life treating you, man? How's it going?
Good. It's a rainy day here in LA,
Yeah.
so we're enjoying that. But
I know it brings the whole town to a screeching halt.
it does. Everyone's afraid
Yeah.
to leave their house. It's great.
And I love the build up to it too. Like all day yesterday was like, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain.
Dude, you would just think it's going to be the end of days
I love
whenever
it.
it's going to rain here. And in many ways, it is the end of days because
Many days.
either people don't leave their house because it's raining, or they leave their house and go 4 miles an hour
That's right.
wherever they're going.
That's right.
Look, all of us are inside.
We're safe.
We're all safe. From the drizzle.
No,
it's not even that bad out there. I was
That's
gonna
right.
say,
Not even. No.
not even that bad. Well, thanks for staying home, which you would have done anyway, and joining us on
Sure.
this rainy day podcast.
Wait, is dwarven gold a real thing?
Well, it's called Little People Gold, but
We don't know what the dwarven gold is worth. Dwarven gold is a completely different thing. You trying to tell me the dwarven gold is normal gold? No,
wow.
it's dwarven gold.
I think of dwarves as being normal, so I guess I think their gold is normal. But I guess if
No,
you're looking at it
it's
a different
not.
angle, I guess.
No. The title "What's Up, Tiger Mommy" combines two references.
Would you stop eating?
I'm sorry, everybody. You paid good money. No, you paid zero money, but still,
It's like
I'm really
it's like
sorry,
you're on
everybody.
horseback.
I haven't eaten. Okay,
What
yeah.
is wrong with you?
I don't know. It's been a long day.
You have
This
a fistful of peanuts, and
I
it
got a
went right
fistful
to
of
your head.
peanuts, and it went right to my head. Why don't you take over for once?
When you say, let me ask you a question, just friend to friend. Every time you say Plutus, are you really thinking Uranus?
Nope.
Robert,
No. If anything, I'm thinking of a Disney character.
a Disney character called Uranus?
No, nobody's Uranus has nothing to do with any of this.
Well, neither does yours.
Story Mill Media.
From the darkest corners of our imagination comes a game show that's more ridiculous than terrifying. Welcome to Tickled to Death, the horror comedy game show where nothing is sacred, everything's a little unhinged, and the only thing more cursed than the questions are the jokes. I'm Roz Hernandez, your fearless host, and each week I'll be leading a brave group of guests through twisted horror trivia, improv games, and enough sarcastic banter to make you question all your life's choices. So come for the screams, stay for the snark. Listen to Tickled to Death wherever you get your podcasts, and hit follow unless you want the show to follow you. In the meantime, don't get tickled to death!
The Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. But the Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. And on the Vulgar History podcast, we're going to be looking at the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal of the Regency era. Vulgar History is a women's history podcast, and our Regency era series will be focusing on the most rebellious women of this time. That includes Jane Austen herself, who is maybe more radical than you might have thought. We'll also be talking about queer icons like Anne Lister, scientists like Mary Anning and Ada Lovelace, as well as other scandalous actresses, royal mistresses, rebellious princesses, and other lesser-known figures who made history happen in England in the Regency era. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.